So we've been talking a lot about Shib through this very narrow scope, what is happening on the very short time frame. And the thing is sometime in the next 30 to 45 days is historically speaking when the market begins to break out, when assets like Shiba Inu start their next leg and go on these massive surges. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And I have a much more in-depth ADA video coming about this later today that you guys should definitely check out. But what I want to do is I want to talk about, where this leaves Shiba Inu, what later this year is going to look like. Right now we're sitting at 4014. We dropped with the market yesterday, but frankly, that doesn't matter when you zoom out. When we look at this structure that's playing out in terms of Shiba Inu, excuse all my drawings on here, guys. Obviously, I've been charting Shiba Inu for a very long period of time. But what we're actually completing now is it looks like wave 2. All right, we are completing the second leg of our Elliott wave, our 5-wave pattern, and we're gearing up for wave 3, which tends to be the largest, most extended leg where you see the most adoption, most inflow of capital, and Shiba Inu is basically well prepared for this next leg. This is the one where Shiba Inu is looking for its new all-time high. Frankly, this is where most assets set new all-time highs. Now, again, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but I want to talk about where this leaves Shiba Inu later this year. Good correction starting so far, trying to again confirm a higher low. And if things continue to go down the positive path, if we continue to have good news, there's no telling where in here Shiba Inu could end up. If we follow the straight line, guys, that points to Shiba Inu being somewhere between 406 through 407 later this year. That's not a new all-time high yet. And typically most alts, if they're going to set a new all-time high, it's sometime slightly following the year of the halving. So typically January 2025 is when Shiba Inu would set a new all-time high. What this also shows for leg 3 is that Shiba Inu frankly could end up somewhere in the 3013 to 3018 range by the time we start our correction. This would be March. That's typically around the time frame where the market cools off. We kind of get back into the cool summer again before that final leg to close out the year, right? The year of alt season, right? Big year where assets go on massive surges, right? Now, this isn't a guarantee or anything like that. Shiba Inu needs to continue doing what it's been doing. It needs to continue to have high optics. It needs to continue to have high levels of adoption. Remember, back in March when we saw these massive capital inflows in the market, Shiba Inu experienced billions of dollars worth of inflows. All right. It had one of the highest inflows in the entire crypto market. I want you to really think about that. Some people that have bashed Shiba Inu, it really doesn't matter. The fundamentals, the market, they don't care about your feelings. If you're not a Shib, if you don't like Shib, guess what? That doesn't matter because there are millions of people out there that do. And frankly, Shiba Inu outside the space continues to get some of those high optics. It's not as high as it is when the market is popping, right? But it tends to be one of the most searched assets in crypto. It tends to have some of those highest optics, which lead towards some of the highest inflows when times are popping. We'll see if this trend continues to be the same, but if it's the same, who knows where Shiba Inu is going to stop. This is why I've said that Shib has the potential to, flip Doge. It has the potential to be a top 5 asset in the space because all the fundamentals are there. You really just need the right times to facilitate growth. In the summer months, they're not that. Frankly, they kind of suck, right? So I believe that Shib, if it continues to do the same things, it's going to set a new all-time high, probably slightly after the year of the halving. If we get, kind of a blow-off adoption curve during the later part of this year, maybe it sets a new all-time high before the end of the year, which then things really begin to get wild. You have tons of new possibilities open. Now, again, nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows if we're going to follow what we've done historically speaking. Some things have been different. Some things have been exactly the same. Summers have always sucked. But now as summer is winding down and we're getting into times where things are about to start opening up in terms of the economy, it leaves a lot more potential on the doorstep than I think some people are realizing. Don't get complacent. I want to hear your thoughts about where you think Shib is going to end the year, but appreciate you guys as always. Have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.